Greetings, folks! Today we are going to paint a custom Tyranid Hive Fleet I've created called Hive Fleet Bahamut. This color scheme will consist of a very heavy purple theme with it. We are going to be covering the carapace with a light purple exoskeleton, not carapace. Exoskeleton will be a light purple, and then for the actual carapace itself, which is up here, will be a darker purple. Start things off, we are going to cover the whole exoskeleton of the body, excluding the gun right here, in our pallid white flesh. Currently I have a rubber band on the pot, because one problem with these Citadel paint pots is sometimes the paint will actually catch onto the inner part of the rim and dry, thus making it difficult to close. Just wet our brush a little bit before we start applying. Get some of our pallid flesh, and just wipe it all over our Tyranid. If you do get some on the upper part up here, that is alright, we'll be fixing that up later. And if you get some on the talons down here in the hoof, that's alright too. We'll be going over that later. This is just a base coat. We'll be touching it up a little bit soon with an actual secondary coat. That way we can solidify the color for our secondary base coat. Now with that done, we will be applying 2 coats of our Druidry Violet onto the Tyranid here to give it that nice sort of light purple look. Remember, 2 coats. 2 coats being, it will be very light. It's already a thin down paint since it is a shader. You just want to apply it all over the white parts of your miniature. I'm going to get a good amount of on your brush too. That way, when you apply it, you can easily spread it across everything. But if you use a little too much, that'll be fine. You can just bypass the second coat and leave it how it is. Unless if you want it to be a darker purple. Well, violet, not purple. Okay, now that is done, we will let it dry for about 2 minutes and get to the next phase of our paint project. Now that that is done, we will be using our Phoenician Purple to do the carapace. Little fumble there, almost knocked over my camera. This is why I don't edit my videos. One, I don't have the proper things to do it yet, much like the visual here. Yeah. But you get to see all the bloopers. Once that is applied, we'll let it dry for about a minute, and then get to work on the rest of it. Now with that done, we are going to be basing the hooves, talons, claws, and the weapon in Citadel Wraithbone. Then after the Wraithbone is done drying, once it's applied, we will be painting all of those white parts with a very thin coat of Seraphim Sepia, which gives it a nice bone look. And then once all that is done, we'll be topping the top parts of this gun here, back with our Phoenician purple, so that we can match the rest of the miniature. Now this color scheme I created mostly for fun, but also going through these steps, it is a much simpler color scheme. You don't have to do much, and if you're knocking out a giant army, you can use this to your advantage. Shoot, you can even probably improve on the color scheme for your own. One thing I always enjoy is when I do it myself, when people follow a color scheme and they implement a little bit of their own work into it. Really personalizes that just more for yourself. Once that applied, we'll let it dry for about 2 minutes, and then we'll get back to work. Alright, now that that is done drying, we shall be getting our Seraphim Sepia and lightly putting it over all of our Wraithbone pieces. This will give it this nice, earthy bone look to it. You just want to apply it all over that. Seraphim Sepia shade. Now, while that is drying, we are going to take out our dry brush and some Flash Gets Yellow, and we're going to be applying this to the dark purple carapace. This will help give it a nice, unique looking marking, and to help complement the color we have going on here. just going to be moving it upward so it catches every edge of our carapace. Or instead of yellow, you can use a white or a very light blue. Those sort of blended with this color scheme though, except for the white. White has a nice transition. But I feel like the yellow just does something to it. Makes it pop a little more. Sometimes maybe like a sore thumb to those not seeing it, but to me, gives it a nice look. And with that, we'll be getting our fine tip nail brush, getting some Corex white, and putting it along the teeth and the eye. And with that done, a member of Hive Fleet Bahamut is finally done. If you have any other questions or want to see more, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Other than that, have a good day, folks.